Like our first page of our story, Grandpa and Me, we are going to use our Fab 4 strategies: predict, question, clarify, and summarize to be good readers and make sure that we fully understand our text. We need to first stop and predict what the text will be about. Pause this video and discuss what predictions you have with your group about the rest of the story. Please follow along while I read aloud the second page of the text. I explained that it was my favorite sport and that I usually play it all summer with my friends. Grandpa stood up shakily, balancing himself with his hand on the wall, and walked to the door. "Let's go," he said, smiling. "I want to show you something." We drove for quite a while, and when Grandpa finally stopped the car, we were in front of some dilapidated old houses. They were abandoned and falling apart. A sign on each house said, "Land will be sold to highest bidder. City Hall auction. Call for details." I started to say something, but I noticed that Grandpa had a far-away look in his eyes. "I haven't been here for decades," he whispered. "Probably 20 or 30 years. We walked onto one of the old porches. Grandpa pointed down the street and said, "That's the field where I used to play baseball every summer." Then I realized where we were. This was the house Grandpa grew up in. We peeked inside a window to see a big mess. The ceiling was falling down so that you could see the wooden rafters or beams hidden behind it. No one had lived here for a long time. On the ride home, Grandpa was very quiet. I thought about how he must miss his old home and the friends he grew up with. Then I realized that 6 weeks away from home was not too bad, especially with Grandpa around. I would like you to now pause this video and practice the rest of our Fab 4 strategies: questioning, clarifying, and summarizing the text with your group members. Each group member should participate by asking a comprehension question, clarifying any meanings of words or text you do not understand, and sharing your summarization of the second page of the story. If you need to, go back to the first video to review how I modeled each strategy. When you are done discussing, move on to the final activity posted in Google Classroom for today's lesson.